Hi everyone, welcome back to the Thriving in 2020 show. My name is Miko Lau, and today I'm really honored to have a very special guest here with us. His name is Siha Top. Siha is a successful entrepreneur and he's also a success coach. And today we are going to dive deep to talk about why health and wellness and having good vitality and energy is so critical when it comes to creating a thriving lifestyle. And we'll also dive into talking about different business models, different vehicles that could really lead us down the path towards financial freedom and how to escape the 9 to 5 grind. So with that being said, Siha, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Miko, for having me here. I'm so honored to be a part of this. You're just nothing but a bright light of sunshine. I mean, I love it. This is, I was looking at your profile and I see how much traveling that you do and how much heart that you have. And I just wanted to say, you yourself are an amazing person. And I can't wait to get to know you even better. But this is for you and the people there today.
Oh, I appreciate that so much. And same thing goes to you. See how, like I got connected with you on Facebook and you're just so kind. Like I can definitely feel that genuine desire that you have to serve people and to share with them what you have personally discovered to create this amazing lifestyle for you and people that you love. So let's jump straight into this conversation.
Sure.
I always love to start off our interviews by really asking our speakers, like, where were they before all this success happened? Like, where were they financially, emotionally, physically? So why don't you share with our audience, like, where did you come from?
For sure. Well, let's start with my business world because this is what this is about. And we got 30 minutes, so I'm going to try to cram in the whole life in 30 minutes. But I started in the finance world at the age of 19, right out of college or right in college. Somebody took me under their wings. My mentor at the time took me in their wings, showed me the ropes in finances, and then made me a partner at 21. And so I became a partner in the firm at 21. And then at 25, I opened my own. So I had my own mortgage company, a real estate company, development company, and I ran that for 20 years. And then in 2008, there was a recession here in America, right, where I crashed. I lost everything. So I had 20 years of nothing but success and climb. And then in 2008, it was a big crash. So I had to start all over, financially, physically, mentally, spiritually. I was crushed because I'd never been so low in my life like that. I'm so used to setting out a plan, putting my goals ahead of me, and then going towards it. And then honestly, reaching those goals and reaching the success levels. But I wasn't planning on flopping or failing. And in 2008, that hurt my pride because I thought I was a failure to my family. I thought I was a failure to my parents. Because here I was at the top of my game and I lost everything. And then I had to go reinvent myself. And that's where I found this network marketing company. It just fell in my lap. First, the health thing fell in my lap. And then the business opportunity, I recognized that. And I just went straight forward with it. And my parents were like, what are you doing? You're going from being a quote unquote professional to now a multi-level marketer, in your mind. And but you know what? I recognize business and I recognize business structure. And I knew that this was the right vehicle going into the future. So that was a little bit of my business background, where I was and why and how I crashed. And then now what I recognized 11 years ago in this network marketing business, direct sales, where we could take it like further. And I'm living a dream life. I really am, traveling, meeting new people around the world, living the healthiest, sexiest lifestyle that I can, it's just so much fun. So
yeah, and you were just in Kabul a couple of weeks ago, right?
I was in Kabul. Yes, I was in Kabul. I have a huge organization that I'm helping. We started like 8 years ago, and I'm helping develop it some more. And to be able to go from the Pacific Northwest, where it's colder right now, and to hit some sunshine in Cabo and help build that business on the beach and in Mexico, in a whole nother country without having a visa or anything like that, is truly a global business and a business of today. I love that about what we do and what we get to do. So yeah, I was just in Cabo, and then my next trip planned is somewhere else in the world. for
Oh,
sure.
that's so fun. I love this so much because I also started my own journey as an entrepreneur with network marketing. Like when I first discovered it, and I would love for you to educate us a little bit about this business model because like even me when I first was introduced to network marketing, I still had those limiting beliefs and
Mhm.
ideas around this like, oh, it's a pyramid scheme. Like that was what I was thinking about, just being completely transparent. But when I move beyond that limiting ideas and I saw a whole row of possibilities that I never would have thought was possible for me. So why don't you share with our audience like what exactly is network marketing, like how does it work?
I'm so with you there. When I was in finances, I did mortgages. So when I took people's applications, I knew I had to ask them what they did. I had to ask them how much money that they have or made, how much they have in savings. And in my 20-year career back then, I didn't have anybody that was in network marketing or multi-level marketing that came through my doors that was buying a home, right? So, but I did have a lot of people who tried to recruit me ever since I was in high school all the way till now. They're still trying to recruit me for their network marketing, for their MLM company and whatnot. And to be honest, back then I was like this. You know, I was like, get away. I put the cross up. I was, I was like, you know what? It's a scam. Nobody ever makes any money. And everything, every time I see somebody who says that they make money, 6 months later, they're with a new company. And I just didn't want to be a part of that because I'm all about security. I like having security, building something, building a strong foundation and continuing with it. And I didn't
Yeah.
see that in this MLM world that everybody was saying was so great. And some of my dear friends and good friends back then were in different types of MLM. But like I said, they jump from one company to the next, one to the next, one to the next, one to the next. Um, so that's that, and I got lied to. Personally, I got lied to when I was in high school and college when they were trying to recruit me. A friend had said, "Hey, come over to my house. We're going to talk about this business opportunity. You're a smart young man." And I asked them point blank because I've been asked back then. It was Amway. I've been asked to
Okay.
so many companies, and I said, I'm not putting down Amway. I'm just saying I was asked to go to an Amway meeting, but they didn't say it was Amway. They said it was a worldwide dream builder, da 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 da. So I said, sure, it sounds great. So I go, and the first thing I see is a vacuum from
Oh my
Amway,
gosh.
right? So you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I do not want to be associated with
Mhm.
anything like this. Well,
Yeah.
that's the old world. It's not like that anymore.
Mhm.
The network marketing industry, and the multi-level marketing industry or direct sales, whatever you want to call it, it's just a business structure. It's a business system that a company chooses, to promote and sell and grow their businesses and organizations around the world. The company that I
Mhm.
represent, that we represent, it's a global company that's been in business for 45 years. The pay plan, the commission plan is a patented USA pay plan. So remember how we said it crashed and, no, you can't, or they change things. They can't. This is what it is. And being with the company for 11 years, I've been able to see that this is real, that the pay scale is real, that the commissions are real, that the company is real, that the product is awesome. So that's my experience and with network marketing and direct sales. So when I have to explain it to somebody, is this MLM? I first ask them, what is MLM to you? What is network marketing to you? Because I want to know what they're thinking, so I can say, you know what, that sounds just like corporate America. There's a president, there's all these people, and there's all these workers. There's only one president. It's a structure, right? Or that sounds like our government. There's only one president, and there's all these, the House and the Senate and everything else. So I have to ask people, what is it in their mind?
Mhm.
And then from there, I can help them better understand that, yeah, that was the stereotypical old school way, but nowadays companies are straightforward, products are awesome. Yeah, there's going to be some companies that might not be so great, but you know what? They'll flush themselves out. I know that the company that you and I are involved with is solid, so I can promote that all day long.
Yes, and let's jump into talking about the company and the product because that's really like what I want to talk to you about because it's a part of my personal journey as well. So about 3 years ago, my sister actually introduced to me Kangen water, and she told me about this machine that costs like a certain amount of money, and she said it's like it works like magic. At first, I didn't believe in her, I was like, what are you talking about? The water I'm drinking is totally fine. But then when I made the transition, actually took her coaching and started drinking that water, like everything changed for me. I don't know what it is. Like somehow my mental clarity just was skyrocketed. Like my spiritual awakening journey completely, like, you know, took on a new journey. So like, yeah. So tell us what exactly that is. Educate us a little bit about the water that we're drinking and why that's so important.
Okay, just real quickly on the properties of the water. Water is not just water, right? There's like, there's wines, different qualities of wine, right? There's different qualities of gasoline, right? And there's different qualities of water. So water, H2O, the molecule is water, but what's inside the content of that water, or what's not inside the content of that water. So when we're consuming different types of water, they have different things in them or nothing at all in them. Like for instance, if you're drinking spring water, it's usually alkaline from the natural minerals, right? If you're drinking bottled water, there is no minerals because most bottled waters are reverse osmosis, which is a filtration system that the water's gone through, and it pulls out all the minerals that are good for our body. So the spring water would have the minerals, the electrolytes, but the bottled water would not have the minerals. And so one is healthy for us, one's not healthy for us. So that's healthy and not healthy, but what we're teaching is what's the healthiest water for us. So not only does it have the minerals, but it has the right amount, it has the right electrical charge. You know, water has to have an electrical charge, and a lot of people don't know that. And the water that we're utilizing has a negative charge, which in the body is healthier when we're consuming negative charged water, right? The water also has structure and has a shape. So the water that we're talking about, the structure and the shape of the water, the water molecule, it's smaller than bottled water or spring water, so that it's able to penetrate at the cellular level 7 times more. And that's really important because your cell, you have 72 trillion cells in the body, right? And your cell needs water to hydrate it. So water needs to be able to go inside the cell and then push out the toxins. If it's not the right pH, if it's not the right structure, if it's not the right size of the water, it's not the right charge, it's not able to go inside the cell, hydrate the cell, and push out the toxins. Well, the water that you and I are consuming, it is. And that's what we teach on, and that's the difference. So in a nutshell, briefly, water's not all
Got it.
water is created equal. We have, you know, I used to call it the best water, but now I don't even call it the best water. It's the only water that I drink. It's the only water that anybody who is into health, who's in vitality, who's into hygiene, who's into being sexy, this is the only water we drink. I know that for a fact because I know our friends, you and I, when we get off the plane, the first thing we're looking for is where do we get this water, right? It's not, if you land in Las Vegas, it's not the first casino, it's not the first game that you go to, you know, the first, what do you call it? The slot machine. You're looking for the health, you're looking for the only water. So that's why I call it the only water. And so that's the water health that we're promoting and that we're sharing, that we're teaching all around the world. And I love it. You receive results that you said, I receive results that I got. You know what? And everybody's going to get a different result. So, you know, the best thing for everybody to do is get some of this, you know, amazing water and that we're talking about, and try it for yourself and see what it does for your body. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. This is something that really like all of us have to experience for ourselves first in order to even really understand the powerful effects of drinking the healthiest water it really does to our bodies. So let's
Let me add one more thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know, so there's going to be a lot of people who want the scientific stuff about this, and we have it. We have Google's information. So I would recommend that you go to googlescholar.com, not Google, but googlescholar.com, and type in electrolyzed reduced water, ERW. And that will give you the scientific research on the water, or you can go to pubmed.org. PubMed.org is a website that doctors and scientists use, that the studies and the research there are peer reviewed, and that's what they use. That's what the scientists use. That's what the doctors use. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor, but you have that availability. We all have that availability to understand, to learn the scientific formulate or the scientific properties of this water. And why is it good for diabetes? Why is it good for cancer? Why is it good for all the tests? Just type in electrolyzed reduced water, and then type in whatever sickness, illness, disease that you want to study it on, and it'll pop up. It's absolutely amazing. So
And
sorry.
that's so powerful. Yeah. Like if for those of us who are more analytical, more scientific, like definitely there's information out there that we can do research on. But I want to talk about this. So Siha, both me and I, we believe in like the inner work, the inner core, like foundation of everything that shows up in our lives. What's showing up in our bank account, what's like how our relationships are with people that we love. And it's all about the foundation. So why I think, and a lot of people don't understand this link between having good health, good energy, good vitality when it comes to success. Like they think, oh, it's not connected. Like I don't need to worry about my health. So can you tell us why like this is so important, especially for entrepreneurs, especially for people who are looking for like financial freedom? Why do we need to put health as our priority?
Well, it's an easy topic for me. Your health is your wealth. You can have all the money in the world. God bless his soul, rest in peace. Steve Jobs of Apple Computer. We love Apple Computer. He died of cancer. All the money in the world, but without the health, you have nothing. So health is priority number one, because from your health, you're able to do more things. From your health, you're able to run marathons or go to the gym or pick up your grandbaby or, go dancing or, stay off of medication and, just smile because you're not in pain because you have health. So health is, when I say wealth, the wealth is the things that you get for free when you're healthy. Like you can breathe the oxygen without having an oxygen mask. You can, go do your workout. I love working out. I love training. I love anything that's recreational, but I don't have to, I can do it with my own energy, my own body without having, a motor or anything like that. So your health is absolutely your wealth. And with it, whether you're young or old, it doesn't matter. There's young people who are in their teens or in their mid 30s or 50s or 60s, whatever. If you don't have your health, you're just living in pain, and you're not living. You're just making it through. So much, I can see your beauty. I can see your vitality. That's what I'm used to. The people that get around this lifestyle of, being healthier, being wealthier, being less stressed, being, just being a better you, being the best you that you can be. It's a lifestyle. It's not just one thing. The water is a huge component of that lifestyle, but there's also sleep. There's also breathing. There's also nutrition. There's also meditation. There's all these things that come into play, that we do and we love doing, right? There's exercise, whatever you love in exercise, whether it be yoga, swimming, dancing, whatever. This being healthy allows you to do more of that. And we want to live with this, what we call the freedom lifestyle. To have that freedom lifestyle, it takes your health, but it also takes your wealth, right? It also takes money to eat organically, to buy better supplementation, to not stress. Because when we stress, we oxidize. And when we oxidize, we're getting sick. When we oxidize, when I say we're getting sick, we're aging as well. We're decaying, we're breaking down. So it's a lifestyle. We can have the health, vitality, and the wealth. With the wealth, we stress less. We can give more. And I believe you're a giver. And most of the people that I'm around have big hearts. But you know what? I've seen their hearts even bigger when they have more wealth. And that's, I love that about what we do. So it's the health and it's the wealth. Our company philosophy by Mr. Ashiro is the CEO of our company is, physical health, financial health, and peace of mind. So you have to have the physical health, the financial health, and the peace of mind. When you have all three, now you're living a balanced life. Or my friends like to call it, we're living in harmony. And that's what I love, living in harmony while we're here.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Like I can personally testify to this. Like I mean, I'm a human being. I've definitely had times when I got sick and it's not fun. Like when I'm feeling in pain, when I have a sore throat, like literally I can't do anything. I can't even use my mind right. So like when we can eliminate that huge chunk of burden off our shoulders, like we really have more time, more energy, more mental space to create something, to do something with a potential. So I love that the way that you explained this. So let's segue into freedom lifestyle. I want to talk about this because this is so fun and exciting, and I feel like a lot of us want that freedom lifestyle, but we don't know how to get there. So why don't you share with us, Siha, like a couple, what would you feel like are the non-negotiable like components, or what do people need to do starting today if they really want to achieve this lifestyle for themselves?
I love this because I love this question because it's crazy. But if you know anything about the law of attraction, right? It's totally that to get your freedom lifestyle. And I'm just going to start with the law of attraction. If you haven't seen a video on it or studied it, YouTube, anything that has to do with law of attraction.
Yes.
But with that said, I have a system that I share with people with that law of attraction in conjunction with your vision. Your vision. Where do you want to be tomorrow? Where do you want to be next week, next month, next year, in the next 2 years, next 5 years, next 10 years? What is your vision? Because you need a GPS of where you're going.
Yeah.
If you don't have that, you're not going to get there. Once you have that vision, whether it's to pay off your bills, whether it's to get to buy your mom and dad a house, whether it's to get that car, whether it's to travel, whatever, you got to have that vision. And then it becomes your mission, our mission together. You're not going to do this alone. You're not going to do this alone. You're going to be doing this with other like-minded people. And that's why it becomes a mission. It becomes stronger when we all do it together, right? When we have that mission, what drives you and what drives me is purpose. What purpose do we have in doing what we are doing? And so that's the vision, mission, purpose, and then the desire to see it through. You have purpose now to get out of bed. Now you have the desire to make it happen. Take action. Only you can do that. Only you can get yourself out of bed and go and take that action. For me, it's to help people. It really is. It's when I see people changing, taking baby steps and becoming better. The word influencer comes to mind. Help influence them to becoming a better person because somebody influenced me to becoming a better person in what way, shape, or form. So it goes from mission, purpose, and then desire. And if you ever get lost in that shuffle, your why. Everybody says it, and that should be at the top of your list. But I start out the vision and I go through the mission, the purpose, the desire. And if I ever get lost, I ask, why am I doing this? I remind myself. And if that why isn't big enough, or they say if it's not large enough to make you cry, it's not a big enough why. Absolutely. So that's how we can get people into their freedom lifestyle without having, without you or I being there or having somebody like tell them what to do. Or nobody wants to be told what to do. I work with everybody from, baby boomers all the way to the Z generation, the millennials, yourself, who people say, millennials don't want to work. Bull. Millennials are working smarter than ever. You know what? What's important to millennials? You don't want an alarm clock. You don't want an alarm clock to wake you up. You want to impact the world. You want to save the last tree. You want to help the oceans. You want to leave a legacy. You don't ask questions. You just go, okay, this is what I got to do. I'm done. Where if I took this project that we are to the baby boomers, they're going to ask, what is the science behind it? What's the analyticals? What's the cost? You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
For each generation is different. And that's what I also coach on and teach is generations and how they think, because each generation is taught by their parents and grandparents. It's not the same. It's just like the music that we listen to. It's not the same. So we must recognize that in business and in lifestyle. And that's how we're going to all benefit more going forward together, happier, right? And that's why I believe our teams have been able to grow so fast all around the world, because we can communicate and understand and respect each other for our differences.
And isn't it amazing when you guys like all share the same vision, the same mission, like literally all across the globe, like impacting lives, and at the same time creating a freedom lifestyle for yourself. Like that is just the best most amazing thing like ever
Right.
that they have invented.
The
So
most successful people in this organization or any organization in any organization is the people that have the most positive impact to a person or the people. One, two, they leave a legacy or want to leave a legacy, right? Um, those types of people, the reason why they're like that is because they're absolutely clear, crystal clear, like you and I are crystal clear what we want to accomplish, whether it be with this video that we're doing right here to help other people, to pay it forward, to pass it on, right? So the most successful people are they're clear in what they want. They're crazy. They're crazy and they're clear. Whoever thought, let's have a phone on our watch. Whoever thought, let's have a phone that has one button, and we just, I mean, it's crazy. The Wright brothers who said, you know what, let's put this machine in the air, right?
yeah.
They're crystal clear what they wanted to do. Now I invite you and I invite everybody that's on this call, get crystal clear of what you want. And if you don't know what that is, that's why you and I are here. We're here to help them.
Yes, and see how, let me bring a circle all the way back to the beginning of our conversation. To get crystal clear, we need mental clarity. And in order to get mental clarity, we need good health. So it all just kind of like wraps together and goes hand in hand. So Siha, let's wrap up this interview. It has been so much fun talking to you, and thank you for sharing all these insights. But I love to finish off our interviews really like, have you shared some inspiration, share with us like some of the biggest rewards that you have personally achieved as a result of pursuing this path, as a result of saying yes to yourself, saying yes to this freedom lifestyle? What are some of the like blessings that come along for you now?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm all about getting over fears, and I coach on getting over fears. So my number one fear was public speaking. Right? That to me was one of the biggest accomplishments in my life, was getting over public speaking, because I love what I do, and I love the reaction that people get. I have two number one fears. The other number one fear is heights. So public speaking and heights were tied. So 2 years ago, I started with my pilot's license. So I'm learning how to fly. And, so again, getting over my fear of height. And here I am controlling this piece of metal, up in the air and flying. So I hope to have my license by this summer. So there again, those are some
oh my gosh, can I get a ride?
Absolutely, come on, baby. So those are, I invite people to get over their fears, like I've done, and just do it for you. And then your bucket list. Everybody has a bucket list. Work on your bucket list. Life's too short. You know what? God, again, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. All the money in the world, everything going for him, worked, made history in his game and in his career, and he's no longer here. Life is short. We don't know when the last day is. We don't. And I'm not afraid to go. I don't think, a lot of people are afraid to go. But while we're here, let's maximize our moments. Let's maximize our minutes and our seconds even. And what I mean by that is, what is your bucket list? Make that bucket list and start checking it off, because that's part of goal setting. That's part of manifesting. That's part of, the law of attraction. And it does come true. So for me already in 2020, I've had so many things come true. One, you said I was in Cabo, right?
Yes.
Well, I've always wanted to drive from Cabo, from the tip of the Baja to the US. Well, when I flew down, this is the first time ever anywhere that when I flew somewhere, I didn't have a two-way ticket. I only had a one-way ticket. So when I got down, because I wasn't sure when I was coming back, And so when I got down there, my friend who I stayed with in my teams and organization that I helped build down there, they said, hey, Siha, we have a truck here that needs to be driven back to Oregon. And, they just said it, but I raised my hand and I offered, said, I'll take it. It's, it's something on my bucket list. I've always wanted to do it. I don't know when I'm going to do it. I didn't buy another ticket back, so I don't lose anything. And I got time freedom, the most valuable thing, time freedom right now. So I drove it back, going through all the checkpoints, being pulled over by police, and getting a speeding ticket that I wasn't speeding. I had to pay. But long story short, it was an adventure that I would have never been able to do. That was a bucket list. Being able to, I wanted to always help the baby turtles or see the baby turtles go into the ocean, like forever. And I was able to do that, there in Cabo. Again, these are little things maybe to somebody, but to me, they're on that bucket list. Swim with the whale sharks. I didn't get to this time, but that's on there. So I invite people to get over your fears and have your bucket list and start checking them off. Big or small, they mean the world to you. And if you do it, you will just be that much happier in this lifetime.
You inspire me. I need to create an actual bucket list. So it's in my mind, but
that's what I do.
Writing it down.
That's part of my coaching. That's what I do, because it's that GPS, it's that vision. It's that it's that reminder. Now next time we speak, I want to see 3 pages.
Oh my gosh. Okay, it's done. And I invite everyone listening to do the same thing. Like create 3 pages today of everything you want to accomplish before it's your last day here. And then it's fun to see how it shows up. We don't know how little things are going to show up, but to actually witness that's really the fun of the whole journey. So Siha, with that being said, like this has been such an amazing conversation. Like I want to take this time to really acknowledge you for everything that you're doing. You have you're leading this amazing lifestyle. Obviously, I can see your happiness, your joy, your radiance, and you're healthy and successful. And you're really sharing these like gold nuggets with other people so they can create the same results. So I want to acknowledge you. I want to say thank you. And how can our listeners find you online? I bet that they would love to continue to talk to you some more.
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram and I'm on Facebook, obviously. Siha Top, SIHA is my first name, Top, TOP on Facebook. My Instagram is Awesome is Life. That's the word awesome is life. My email is awesomeislife@gmail.com. And that's the reason why I use the word awesome. It's not just awesome. It's a formula that my best friend and mentor in health taught me. He's a 3-time all natural bodybuilding champion, full on vegan. His name's Wade Lightheart, and he taught me the awesome formula. So on the next call, I'll teach everybody what that awesome formula is. So it's an acronym. It's an acronym to an optimal lifestyle. So find me at sihatop@gmail.com or Awesome is Life. Either one. awesomeislife@gmail.com is my website. It's also my email, or Facebook me at Siha Top, and we'll stay connected.
See how you left us at a cliffhanger.
I know.
Oh my goodness. All right.
And now, are we going to offer the special that we're going to offer?
Yes. Siha, go ahead.
So as a success coach, I love helping people all around the world. And, with the advent of Zoom and stuff like that, we can do it face to face just like this. My consultation fee is normally $175 per hour. For the next 48 hours from this video here being out there, we're donating. I'm donating a half an hour free because I truly want to see you successful. And I'm just going to give you I'm just a straight shooter. I'm just going to give you what you need. I'm going to customize something for each and every one of you. So I hope that you reach out and we can do something together.
Yes, absolutely. So again, to get access to that free consultation with Siha, highly recommend it. For the next 48 hours, from this time on, after you listen to this interview, just reply back to the same email that you got access to this interview. Let us know your biggest takeaway was, and I will connect you with Siha for 48 hours only, guys. So make sure, I hope you guys are typing up that email now, and we would love to hear from you. And with that being said, thank you, everyone. I hope you take away some powerful nuggets and implement. It's about implementing. Go write your list of bucket lists, and then we hopefully see how we'll get to connect with some of you guys.
Right on.
And thank you, Siha.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.